Hi, I'm Debbie and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Now, I'm reading for March 10th through the 16th, Sunday through Saturday. We start off with a new moon in Pisces. So lots of wonderful energy with that moon, dreamy energy, hidden energy, especially since we have Saturn and Neptune. So let's all take a deep breath. Whew. And let it out slowly because it's going to be, as always, very interesting. Now, this is the overview. Now, I'm just going to tell you what's going on out there. I'll do an overview reading. The individual star chart readings will come out after this, hopefully today. Anyway, I am an intuitive channeler. I open myself to God, Source, Jesus, and just ask whatever needs to come through comes through. I have prayed, meditated, and infused all the cards, all the decks with Reiki energy. I am a Reiki 3 master teacher, and that gives everything a little bit extra kick. It also helps to harness and put out a little bit more of the energies. But remember, these are general readings. They may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. Now, I will tell you what cards I'm going to use in the regular readings. I will also go through what's going on in the planets too. So hold on a second. Let's see what we've got. Okay, so when I'm doing my regular readings, I will be using a lot of Radley Valentine decks. This is the Archangel Power Tarot cards. This is the Guardian Angel Tarot cards. I will also use my Inspirational Wisdom from Angels and Fairies. It's very whimsical. I love this little deck. Written by Frances Monroe, artwork by Judy Mastrangelo. I also, too, so that we can know what's going on, what crystal energy or gemstone we should be carrying. The Angel Gemstone Oracle cards, they give you a little bit of a mantra, especially when I use these basically when we're going to have a new moon or a full moon. Margaret Ann Lembo and Victoria Rose Martin. And we're going to use our Moonology cards. Moonology, this one is going to be the Manifestation Oracle cards by Yasmin Boland, artwork by Lori Mena. Now, for this video, for these readings, again, Radley Valentine, these are my Angel Wisdom Tarot cards, and I will pull one from my Fairy Tarot cards. Now, remember, I have prayed, meditated, infused all the decks with Reiki energy. Now let's see what we've got going on here. I want to tell you what is going on in the world a little bit more. And this one is, I can't necessarily see this. Okay, hold on a second. This one is the-astrologer.net. I like how he gives a little, just a little synopsis of what's going on. We start with the 10th. Now remember, numbers have a lot of meaning. Also, too, we can connect this with the tarot decks, the tarot cards, the major arcanas in general. So we have March, that is the third month, and 3 is about celebration, creation. It is also the power of 3. We have that new moon in Pisces. So again, Pisces is the last astrological sign of the season, and then we will start a new year. So Pisces, this is where we get to get a lot of things finished up. This is where we get to have a lot, just kind of clear off our slate, clear off our plate, and whatever else we need to clear up in order to start a new season. But new moons are about requesting, are about starting. And moon seasons, they, you always have to remember moon seasons do have a little bit more of a punch in the beginning, but it does continue for a good 6 months. So whatever we start in Pisces, we might be finishing up in Virgo. So new moon, so we have the 10th. Okay, let's go with the, let's just do the overview right now, then we'll go through the numbers. So the 10th of March, we have new moon, 20 degrees Pisces. Mercury entering Aries. Now, Mercury is basically communications, is getting messages through, is also electronics, very much going through the air. Aries is that start of that new year, fire energy, very passionate energy. Then we have, so Mercury is entering Aries. Mercury is getting fired up. Mercury wants to get things out. Now we have Mercury sextiling with Pluto. Now again, sextiling is a connection. It's not a very much, it's not a strong connection, but it's not a weak connection either. So it is connecting with Pluto. And Pluto is in Aquarius. Now the thing about this that makes it a little bit stronger is both of those are in the first degree. Okay. So for, number one, again, new beginnings, new starts. Then we have on the 11th, we have Venus entering into Pisces. Venus, relationships, how we relate to others. How our emotional maturity, our emotional sense of being, it's entering into that Pisces. So a lot of things, this could be a lot of hidden energies, because even though it doesn't, well, it talks down here, but Neptune is in Pisces right now for another good year or so. So is Saturn all about rules. Neptune is about digging deep into the hidden realms, so we have rules, digging deep into the hidden realms, and Pisces, the dreamy, psychic, very, very intuitive sign too. So we have that. Then on the 17th, which is a little bit after, that'll be the next Sunday, the Sun conjuncts, partners with Neptune, the 27 degrees of Pisces. So let's go back to the numbers. Remember, 1 is new beginning. 0 is God's source energy. 10 means a transition. Something is transitioning on this Sunday. Something is transitioning as this new moon starts its journey into its waxing period. Now we also have 20. 2 is choices, decisions. 0 is again God's source energy. If we go to the major arcana, 20 also brings about judgment. It also brings about, really looking at what is going on in our lives and how we're going to transition into that next step. This is also about actually coming to terms with where we're going so that we can get ready to go to that next step. Again, that 10th. Now, we can also go into like I said, the tarot. This is judgment. A lot of times this can be in Radley Valentine, new beginning. 10 is the wheel of fortune. Things have to move forward. If we go to a 1 is the magician. You can manifest. 0 is the fool. Get ready to make some new leaps of faith. So we got a lot of that, that wheel of fortune, that things have to move forward energy here. We've got a lot of this 1 energy, manifesting energy. And then it comes again to this judgment, to this new beginning. Now, we have the 11th. Now, the 11th in Radley Valentine is actually the strength card, okay? And I've talked about why he put that there. And I think that's why I really connect with his cards. So the 11 is the strength card, is standing strong, is not backing down. Also love and grace. Now, we also have the 17th. The 17th, 7 to me is 7 is a divine number. I look at the divine number as a divine umbrella, God's umbrella over us. But the 17th is the star card. That is the star card in the major arcana. That brings about hope. That brings about that just brings about a general feeling that something better is out there. We are coming to a journey. We are coming to a point in our journey where there will be hope. And again, 2-7, choices, decisions, God, source, energy. The Sun is all about light. The Neptune in Pisces is all about the deep, dark secrets. So we're not, so we have light conjuncting, partnering in a way with this deep, dark energy. Now, dark does not mean necessarily that it is bad energy. It is hidden energy. It is something we cannot see. Things are coming to light. So I love this. This whole time. I think that it's going to be a very interesting week, even though we don't have a lot of planets entering and zigzagging all around. Now, we do come to the 20th of March. Again, 20 is about judgment, is about new beginnings, and judgment does not necessarily have to be harsh. If you've been doing what you believe, or, if you've been doing, if you've been doing good, if you have good in your heart, if you're doing what you know to be good, then the judgment can be very, very positive. And you can say, you know what, I can live with this. But Sun enters into Aries. Aries is all about, is that new start of the new astrological year. Okay, so let's go on back to our cards and see what else we might have here. Hold on a second. We're going to flip this around and flip, flop, flip, flop. Okay, so let's do a reading really quick. Now remember, new moon in Pisces. This is where we start to have that waxing moon where we request. And this talks to us and tells us to attune to the divine, whoever that is for you. Okay, so let's go on and ask higher power, Holy Spirit, what else is going on? We have this one energy here. We have 1-1. Also, too, we have the March 15th. Beware the Ides of March. March 17th, St. Patrick's Day. A lot of different positive and kind of maybe not so positive energies, especially for that weekend. Okay, let's see what we have. Higher power, Holy Spirit. What else do you have for us? What do you want to say? Oh, and there goes a card flying. I'm going to put us on hold because it went really far out. Well, actually, it must have ricocheted because it was actually under my chair. Unless there was 2 cards that fell. I do not see that. Okay, so let's go on. When cards jump out, they want to be seen. It's kind of like, hey, pay attention to me. I want to be seen. Also, too, I'll say the same about cards that are reversed. Okay, here we go. Higher power, Holy Spirit. What else is there for, what else is there that we need to know? What else do we need to know? Or what else do you want to tell us? Okay. Let's see. What do we have here? All right. First card. 5. 5 of fire. So 5 is about change. Change, change, change. Could be good change, could be not so good change. Now we also have fire. Fire is our Aries. Remember, we're about to enter into Aries. Not quite there yet, but about to. Also, Aries is in that north node, so it is pushing us forward. It is making us move. Aries is basically in that north node, does not want to deal with anyone's procrastination. Also, Leo, Sagittarius, it's passionate, it's very committed energy, it's very fiery energy. This is what needs to be done, whether right or wrong. So the 5 of fire is actually a very, it's interesting for the world at this time, because this is not everybody is in agreement with everything that is being done or said. There is some changes happening, and there are going to be people that are going to be pushed into these changes. There's people that are going to be pulled into these changes. It's the world is being pushed, pulled. Remember, we have all those 10s, which the wheel of fortune, whether we want to or not. The 5 of fire talks about a lot of just conflict. The 5 of fire is a conflicted card. Now, you have a couple of choices. You can either stand and stay and put your energies into whatever this confliction is, or you can say, hey, I'm out of here. This is I am okay with where I am at. Remember, I do tell you about a little bit of I go into, there's some stories anyway. And one of the main takeaway of these stories is don't argue with fools. The only thing that you're going to do is waste your time and waste your energy. There's many people, so you've got a couple of things going on with this one. And the main message I'm getting, since that came up, is don't waste your energy. We cannot, if somebody has a steadfast position, they don't necessarily want to talk about it. They're not, they're going to want to waste their energy trying to change your mind. Right or wrong, don't waste your energy. So, conflicts with others caused by opposing opinions. Walk away from drama unless the situation is really worth your time. Then stand up for yourself. Very ambitious people. So let's see what else we have. This is reversed. Has a little bit more. Oh, okay, we have a 5 again. Now, this is the 5. This is 5 of, let's see. This is water. Yes, this is water. This is 5 of water, 5 of cups. Again, an emotional change, an emotional, and also too, I think that's the full moon. I mean, that's a new moon out there as things get bigger. Water is our Cancer, our Scorpio, but it's also our Pisces. It's an emotionally charged time. Okay, so we have a passionately charged time. We have an emotionally charged time. It's changing, whether or not we want it to change. Things are not staying the same, and it's going to bring up a lot of people's emotions, a lot of people's passions. Now, the thing about the 5 of water, the 5 of cups, is that we have to look at it and see that whatever these changes are, it will be what we need them to be. Okay, this is the one where it's kind of like where God closes a door, God opens a window. And, this is where we also get about, things are meant to be. These things have to happen. We don't have to like it. We don't have to like it. But the 5 of water tells us to keep, and this is one of the things I'm trying to do myself, is to keep our eyes up. We want to continue to move our energies up. We don't want them to move down. So keep your eyes up. Don't, this will say, don't focus on the negative. So, well, this says, focusing on the negative, things not turning out the way you anticipated, forgiveness of self or others, everything happens for a reason. Look for the hidden blessings. So there's a lot of emotional changes with this week going on here. And there could be a lot of changes in people's paradigms. Again, remember, unless it's something, what does it say? Unless the situation is really worth your time, then stand up for yourself, but otherwise walk away. Next card is the High Priestess. Now, I actually came across something with the High Priestess today, and it was really very interesting. It was about being called into the High Priestess. It was very much connecting with your higher power. It was very much connecting with that Christ consciousness and taking that to the next step. Kind of following, not necessarily following blindly, but following with faith. So just kind of throwing that out that she comes up here. So again, this is Archangel Heniel. We have, and let's see, what do we have? This was, who is J.E.? Well, we have a 20. 20 is judgment. So that's judgment. We talked about that. Oh my goodness. I know you, sorry about you. I want to say Jophiel, but it's not Jophiel. This is Shamuel. This is with 16. 16 is the Tower card. So this is why I do like these cards. So we have that. Jeremiah. Okay, I'm going to come back to him. I'm sorry about that. And the High Priestess is an H, Haniel, and connected with his choices, decisions, also, partnering with someone else. Okay, this is going to bother me now. Okay. Archangel Jeremiah. Sorry about that. Anyway, so Archangel Jeremiah, this is connected with the Judgment card, with the New Beginning card, with a New Direction card. And again, Shamuel, this is connected with our Tower moments where everything seems like it's falling apart, but it only creates a place where we can build the better foundation. And then we have the High Priestess, Haniel, and we have a 2 choices, decisions. Now, High Priestess, again, very much a connection with God, source. She tells us to wait. She tells us to take our time, not to necessarily, even though the passions may run very, very high, she's kind of like absorb a little bit, see what's going on, connect with God, source, see what the answers that come to you are. Okay, she's not running ahead. She's very in tuned with that higher power energy, and she's kind of like, don't do anything right now except wait, connect, and you will be given further instructions. Here we go. So meditate and turn inward to discover your soul's true desire. This is not a time for action. Develop your intuitive gifts and trust the wisdom you receive. So even though this emotional energy might be pushing you to make some major changes, the High Priestess gives a little bit, and I don't mean you per se, because this is more global. The High Priestess gives us a bigger kind of like, hey, just wait to see. Don't be, I talk about how wishful thinking, intuition versus wishful thinking, and sometimes it's more, I want to do this because part of it is our ego, part of it is our pride, part of it is because we want our own way, kind of like we want to stomp our legs like a 2-year-old sometimes and just say, I want it my way. The High Priestess is kind of there to say, you need to connect a little bit. You need to grow up a little bit. You need to kind of temper yourself a little bit. So let's see too. We've got an apple for wisdom. We've got learning here. We've got there's a lot of times you'll get 2 pillars. And then we've got a meteorite. Now this is the, let's see, I think this would be a waning moon. So this could be leading up to that new moon time too. So meditate and turn inward to discover your soul's true desire. Not a time for action. Develop your intuitive gifts and trust the wisdom you receive. Okay, let's see what else we might have. Again, I'm going to use, and again, that would go along with this new moon, attune to the divine. I'm going to use our fairy tarot cards, and it's just called fairy tarot cards. I love them. They're a little whimsical, and that card kind of was flipping. This one is reversed. The 9 of Summer. Wow. So we have the 9 of Summer. Now the 9 of Summer would equate to the 9 of Cups or the 9 of Water. This would be considered the wish card. Okay, so even though all of this emotional stuff is happening, wishes come true. It is working out for the betterment of the universe, betterment of the world, betterment of the place that you are living in. And, I'm always telling you too, I know I almost had nauseam, sorry, that no matter what's going on in the world, we still have to live our lives, okay? We still, and if we live too much into that future, it's anxiety, too much in the past, depression. We have to stay present. But no matter what's going on here, this is the 9 again. Let's wrap it up. You've got everything you need. Let's see what we've got going on here. The wish card. I love this. I love this. This is the first time I've seen this in this deck. But wishes come true. Dreams fulfilled. A magical time in life. And remember, I do say, we always say, be careful what you wish for be careful what you pray for or wish for. But this could be a very magical time. And remember, I told you about March 17th. Well, besides being St. Patty's Day, also the 17th is the Star card. So interesting, of course, as always, an emotionally charged week. People, I don't know, 6s and 7s going all over the place. But we still live one day at a time, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Okay, please do me that favor of liking, sharing, subscribing, clicking on the bell for notifications. By doing that, you keep me motivated and you keep me coming back, because everyone, y'all know, this doesn't pay any bills, but it is fun, and I enjoy reaching out, and I enjoy you all reaching out to me. Also, if you're watching me on Rumble me. As always, though, everyone, always know that you are loved. Stay shining and be blessed. Bye-bye.